Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to change the engine oil of Maruti Suzuki Ritz. Now this is a petrol BS4 model. So in most of the Maruti cars prior to BS6, I believe the process is going to be the same. Now this car has done about 1,96,000 odd kilometers, and I've been changing the engine oil every 9,000 or 9,500 kilometers, and it's given me no trouble so far. Now as you can see, I've made my own contraption to get the car up. I lined a few concrete blocks with the help of tile markings because I do not have a hydraulic lift and we need to get under the car to change the oil. So let's start. Now let's put it in gear. The handbrake is on. You can never be too safe enough. For extra safety, we're gonna keep another brick behind in case you have had any fight with your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife or husband. It's always a good idea to just put a bigger block under it. Now it's always a good idea to make sure you run the engine for about 5 to 10 minutes or a couple of kilometers to make sure the oil has become less viscous and it flows out easily. So I have driven it for about 3 kilometers. The engine is not too hot. You don't want to change the engine oil when the engine is too hot. So let's get under it. When under the car, you want to locate the oil pan, which is here. This is the oil filter. We'll be changing this as well, and this is a size 14. So let's loosen this. So sometimes it can be a little hard, like it is now. It's a little tight. Okay, so let's put all our strength and turn it anti-clockwise, and there she goes. You want to make sure you have an oil pan ready, and let's loosen the bolt. We'll let that drain for about 5 minutes. You want to make sure to open the oil filler cap so that the oil drains more easily. Now to take the oil filter off, I use a plier like this. Just grip it on, not too hard. We'll turn it anti-clockwise. Now be careful, as some of the oil is stored in the oil filter and it might leak, so make sure you have the oil pan right below it. I couldn't get it all the way out using hand, so I'm using the plier again. Now you always want to use the manufacturer recommended engine oil and the oil filter. I've been using this oil ever since the car's engine was brand new and I've had no problem with it. Many have suggested me to go to synthetic engine oil, but I continue to use the conventional one, and frankly I've had no problem so far. Many would suggest to change this O-ring every time you change the engine oil. Well, I don't do it. I'm not a professional mechanic. I'm just a weekend DIY guy. So every 2 or 3 times I change this O-ring, but certainly not every time I change the engine oil. So make sure this surface is clean, and let's put this back. What I do is I get it nice and snug, not too tight, or else next time it will be very difficult to remove it. Just turn this about half a turn. And there it is. This is a new oil filter. Before you put this on, you want to make sure you add in a little bit of fresh oil in this and a little bit around the rim so that it forms a nice seal. Now it's a good idea to just clean all of this with a rag, so that in case we have not tightened it all the way up, any fresh oil that leaks, we can see it easily. Let's pour the fresh oil. Now a quick tip, you want to make sure you pour this sideways so that it does not spill. Now you want to make sure you keep the car on level ground for about 5 minutes so that the engine oil settles and we can check the level and how much we need to add. Now as you can see, it's almost near the second dot, and that's the level that I'm comfortable with. So let's put it down. And screw the cap on. Now you want to make sure to run the engine for about 5 to 10 minutes so that the oil gets heated. And I just like to put this cardboard below the bolt and the oil filter just to see if there's any leakage. Now a word of caution, guys, in case you find that the oil pan bolt is too tight and you're not able to remove it, make sure you don't use too much force, as the oil pan in all cars today are made of aluminum and it can crack open. So it's better you give it to the service center. But if you're up for a little challenge, it's a fairly easy job and you can do it yourself. It took me about 45 minutes because I had to put the car on ramp, or else it takes even less. So that's it from my side, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for more such content, and I'll see you on the other side.